Hoot the Dog presents Hootaween! So due to October flying by like a toot in a wind tunnel, I'm skipping ahead to the last review of Hootober, and that is the first Halloween of Billy and Mandy. That is if you count Underfist, which was intended to be a spin-off but was cancelled, which sucked because I was excited for more from that series. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the tale of Jack O'Lantern, a prankster from medieval times that played a prank too many, and well, it didn't end well for him. A gem from the 2000s, and I can't wait to discuss it with you Hooties, so grab your costumes and get your pillowcases ready as we discuss Billy and Mandy's Jacked Up Halloween! If you missed out on this classic when it was on TV, then you really missed out on an incredible Halloween special. It begins with Billy watching something scary, an infomercial about a chainsaw! And man, I miss the days of the certified baddies of Billy and Mandy, from Eris to Miss Butterbean. Now it's all frumpy uglies. Mandy dressed as Hamlet, carrying Grim as the infamous skull, as they knock on Billy's door, him unaware it's them.
But it's a costume.
It's Halloween, you idiot!
Halloween!
Ah, the amazing voice talent of Richard Harvitz, one of the amazing legendary voices including Billy, Zim, and a wide range of characters that share a similar voice, and yes, he's Moxie from Hell of a Boss. Billy dresses as the Grim Reaper as they go trick-or-treating, and surprisingly, Mandy wants to get Erwin. Well, surprisingly for those who know the series, but for those who are unfortunate to miss out on this, Erwin likes Mandy, but Mandy doesn't share those feelings. And what a scary costume does Erwin choose? Why, a pretty princess, of course.
I'm Sleeping Beauty and I can only be awakened by love's first kiss! Kiss me, Mandy, please!
Erwin, you really think Mandy is gonna smooch you? And I'll be honest with you Hooties, if there's anyone that was gonna marry Mandy, I think she would choose Billy. I mean, really, think about it. Why would she choose to go to his house at all, even before Grim showing up at their house all those years ago to collect Billy's hamster? Okay, you could say that Billy always went to her house, but if you ask me in the actual future, I think Mandy and Billy would be married. Let me know in the comments if you agree or how wrong I am, and I don't want to hear no, but in the future she... because it's an episodic series, Hooties. Come on! Now then, with that ran out of the way, how does Mandy handle Erwin's weird request?
News for you, Erwin. That's not a scary costume.
Ah, Erwin, you never learn. While Erwin gets a scarier costume for Mandy, the trio go for their first house. And boy, let me tell you, Hooties, she is just the sweetest old lady you ever heard.
Every year it's the same thing. You little hippies want my candy. Well, I don't have any. Now get before I call the cops.
Oh no, you don't do that to Mandy, especially with all the candy. And as in the old traditions, if they do not give the treats, then they shall have the trick! They put glue on the rug and knock, causing her to walk out and get ensnared in the trap as they walk in and claim the box of candies as she turns into a baby. Well, Granny, if you didn't act like a stinky jerk and just handed them a handful of your mountain of sweets, then none of this would have happened. Calling them hippies like that, then crying like a baby when you get the trick. the trio go to the graveyard for some reason and enjoy their Halloween haul, and Billy asks about the origins of the trick-or-treat, and Grim tells a story about the prankster named Jack and the ye old times of Innsville, who pranks and would get him in trouble when the townspeople set up a prank to get Jack in trouble with the Queen of Innsville. Yes, they had one of those back in. Don't dwell on that too much. Not amused by the harmless prank, she sent someone to, Gasp! So it was the townspeople that set Jack up. Look, I understand that Jack didn't know when to stop pranking, but that was a step too far. I mean, there could have been many ways they could have let Jack know that he was going overboard with his pranks, and maybe dial it back from time to time. Then again, this might have been after they tried getting him to dial the pranks back before, and they got tired of it. When Grim comes to take Jack, since it's obviously his time, but Jack had other plans and managed to get Grim's scythe away for him to make an exchange to live forever and prank for all eternity for Grim's scythe back. And he agreed. However, Grim was petty and changed the deal so that he couldn't show his face again.
You cut his head off?
Yep.
Which is why he has the pumpkin head, in case you're still confused. But also, what? Okay, first of all, dark way to set the plot for the main villain. Classic Cartoon Network. Billy and Mandy were afraid to get dark and scary with some of their plots. The episode where the main characters mess with their time hourglasses is a good example of that. But since it's more episodic series, then everything was back to normal by the next episode. There are some things that stay with the series continuity, like Erwin's family, for instance. Wait, speaking of Erwin, I wonder if he picked out a scary costume.
Did I scare you? Really? How do you like my new costume, Mandy?
Aw, look at Erwin. What are you supposed to be, Baby Gamora? You notice how at no point I was like, it's a scary monster turtle. And I was more like, hey, it's Erwin. Not scary in the slightest. A little joke out there for those 90s hooties out there who knows what show I'm joking about. Seriously though, what makes you think that this is going to be scarier than the princess costume from earlier? Oh, he claims to be a female Indonesian redback sea turtle with his own egg accessories. Would really scare the trio. And Mandy, once again, sends Erwin to get a scarier costume as they split up to get more candy. Dang! You telling me they scarfed down all that candy they already had? Yours Hootie can barely eat half a single bag of candy before getting sick for days. And yes, we Hooties travel through dimensions to trick or treat. Each dimension has different times, so we hit a different dimension and gather as much sweet treats as we can before all returning to the Owlery and having a massive Hootaween party where we watch Halloween movies and specials while eating candy until we can't move. Yumi and Team Rick and Squad 8 visit for a little bit, but then they go to their own party, which is their loss. We follow Billy with Grim's scythe as he goes around to get candy and just so happens to arrive at Jack-o'-lantern's door.
What?
Trick or treat?
Do you know who I am?
No.
Trick!
Wow! He likes me!
I love Billy's face is the same in the next shot. It always gets a laugh out of me. Also, the voice of Jack-o'-lantern is perfect, not too serious, and it has a mischievousness to it, which the voice of Jack is done by Wayne Knight, whom you may know from Jurassic Park if you're a 90s Hoots. Billy just so happened to catch Jack as he was heading out to do his annual pranking and tells him to take that phony scythe with him, and Billy takes that personally.
This scythe ain't phony! It's the real thing!
The real scythe.
Oh, Billy. Silly, silly, silly. Billy.
Silly, silly, silly.
I understand that you somehow don't know that's the very jack-o'-lantern from the story Grimm just told you a few minutes beforehand, but you openly tell a stranger that you have the Grim Reaper's scythe is just, well...
Silly, silly, silly.
Yeah. Who knows what Jack is going to do now that he knows that you have Grimm's... Well, Billy, I hope you're happy. You just had to tell Jack that you had Grimm's scythe, and now look what happened. Well, I guess it's time to see what Mandy and Grimm are up to. I mean, it can't be as bad as Billy losing Grimm's scythe. Grimm seems to have fun doing a little Halloween pranking of his own as he and Mandy TP at Lady's house.
Happy Halloween, you nutty kids!
Another funny moment. Either she just doesn't care that her house is covered in toilet paper, which she's probably had her house TP'd so many times she doesn't mind cleaning it up, or she's so zonked out she doesn't care. Either way, a funny scene. Mandy and Grimm go across the street as we get back to Billy, still being tickled as Jack has the scythe, and Billy just ends up asking if he can go trick-or-treating with him. Billy, I get it, you're a few gumballs short of a full jar, but you can't really be oblivious to how evil Jack is. Even when he asks if he can bring a few friends, Billy's response is,
You can never have enough friends.
I'm beginning to like you, kid.
Yeah, Billy, that wasn't ominous at all. Just go along with it like a bumbling goof. As he uses Grimm's scythe to open up a portal and summon an army to take control of the mass of pumpkins and creepy-looking trees.
The sun will never rise again, and it will be Halloween every night, forever!
And there's Billy laughing along like this is the best Halloween ever! Like an idiot. Now, I'm sure you Hooties are probably like, Hoots, you're being too hard on Billy. It's not like he was right there when Jack made the declaration that the sun will never rise. Even he said that destruction was the best Halloween ever.
This is the best Halloween ever.
See, Billy is all for Halloween every day, which sounds really cool now, but give it some time. A week of non-stop Halloween is just like a never-ending Christmas. You'll get tired of it. Not to mention the chaos it'll cause from all the possessed pumpkins running around destroying things. Jack also wants his zesty revenge, his words not mine, on Grimm for what he did to him those centuries ago, and goes to pay Grimm a visit. Ooh, it would appear that things are getting interesting in the small city, town, Innsville. Things are getting interesting in Innsville. I wonder when Grimm will start to get the feeling that something supernatural is at Hoot. Well, it seems like Jack's friends aren't really keeping a low profile when Erwin makes a return.
Did you ever kiss
Go away,
a...
Erwin.
But don't you find me appealing?
Erwin, when Mandy said get a scary costume, that doesn't mean a princess or a turtle, and then especially not some banana. So why don't you make like a banana and split? By the way, this should have been where you said, I think we should split up. Or he can just fall over and Grimm can get snatched up by Jack's jumbo pumpkin. Ew! I don't want to know about who liked that moment. And no, I don't want to hear about it in the comments either. Shah! Mandy goes off to save Grimm, and Billy, I guess. Jack commands the pumpkin to spit Grimm out as they reunite, and it would have been a really great scene. Grimm and Jack have a grand reunion. But of course, there has to be one thing that makes it so funny.
I can't even go to the ding-dong grocery store to buy pudding! And do you know why?
Is it because you're a pumpkin-headed freak?
Yes!
Oh, bless you, Billy. Never change. So now that Jack has Grim, what was his plan for revenge? Well, obviously he's gonna remove Grim's head the same way he removed his. Gasp! What a fiendish plan from a diabolical villain! But of course, Billy has to insert his 0 cents into this.
Grim's head is removable.
Good thinking there, Billy. That's using the old noodle. What you gonna do now, Jack?
But any head cut off with the Grim Reaper's scythe stays off forever!
That's a different story. We sure had some great times together, eh, Grim?
Wow, Billy. You really just gotta walk away from Grim like that? Okay, let's see if Grim forgives you when this is all over there, Billy. Jack prepares to cut off Grim's head as Billy's brain finally clicks.
Grim's in trouble! Help! I need...
Well, you did a whole lot, but at least you finally came to your senses and want to help Grim. Not like you can help any. Good thing Mandy seems to have planned ahead for this and gets ready to fight Prank with Prank. Now things are getting good. Mandy is ready to take on Jack in a game of trick versus trick, and how can Mandy trick the trickster? We get some puns that'll make Punsy McHale say give it a rest.
Well, for starters, you got a good head on your shoulders. You're headstrong. Oh, I've never known you to stick your neck out for anyone. Until now, of course.
Wow, those were some bad jokes. Good thing you'll never stoop so low as to say something he can turn into some dumb pun or comeback like.
Oh, cut it out, if you insist.
Boo, Jack. Also, boo, Grim, for getting yourself in that situation in the first place to set Jack up with a joke that easy. While Mandy sets up the battle plans, Billy distracts. Which, I don't know if I can show Billy's side moon. I mean, it isn't showing anything, so I think I'm okay. I can't wait to see Jack get pranked from all fronts by the plan Mandy has set for him. Jack acts like he's won and that Mandy's pranks can't scare him when the night returned. Gasp! 'Tis the night of the old legends, the one that drove the axe into the back of Jack. Jack's back, crack and smack, right in the crack of his back. Surprisingly, it's really Erwin dressed up as a knight, and well...
What? I'm still not scary?
Not gonna lie, at least Erwin did something besides finally pick a somewhat decent costume. Make everyone laugh. You're ruining Manny's plan, but at least you're making everyone laugh. Seriously though, this was the highlight for me growing up. I can't remember laughing as much as I did. Watching Erwin fumble around as he sets off the mini traps set off by Mandy and getting absolutely wrecked in the process. I think this was far better than if Jack were to fall for the pranks. I don't know if he would have given the same amount of laughs if Erwin wasn't the one getting absolutely destroyed. It would have seemed that the pumpkins are laughing till they pop, the spirits returning to the underworld. The scene of the pumpkins all popping was awesome, but I can't stop laughing at Erwin getting nailed by pies into the lake and getting zapped by eels. And don't think Mandy is out of the action. She takes the scythe and cuts down some pumpkins before freeing Grim, who makes quick work of Jack.
But I think you overstayed your welcome.
Which, yeah, it was a bit of a quick ending, but I think Erwin getting pranked was enough to have all of Jack's pumpkin army to pop and return to the underworld, or whatever they call it. Now, you may wonder the same thing Billy did. What's going to happen to Jack? Well, let's just say that the location may have changed, but the prankster hasn't. Now that's a dark ending, let me tell you, Hooties. Not of course he's still around. I can't say alive because, well, you know, maybe he'll find a cool and better head, or not. Anyways, that's the final Halloween review of Hootaween 2025. Again, sorry I wasn't able to do all the Hootober month, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share with your fams, and let me know what you think of the review and the special in the comments. As always, your feedback and opinions mean a lot, and I can't thank you all enough for all of your support. I'll see you for Hootsgiving, where we're kicking off with a King of the Hill review. Hadn't had one of those in a hootin' minute, huh? Until then, I'll see you when you visit the Owlery again, and I give my hoot in the dark. Until next time on Hootaween! Thanks for watching, my fellow hoots and ghouls. Don't forget to like, share with your fans, comment, subscribe, and join the Parliament of Hoots today. And follow me on my other social media websites. Check out the 2 videos that'll pop up and it'll take you to more of my content. And until next time, I'll see you when you visit the graveyard. And we'll join for another episode of Hootaween!